Well, after 9 costly changes in the Cup, Scott Parker reverts to the same team that beat Crystal Palace. Martin Dubravka is searching for a 50th Premier League clean sheet. This is the back three we're expecting from the start, although Josh Laurent found himself further forward later on against Palace. Hannibal scored the goal that turned the tide in that match. He's in midfield with an ex-Blue, Ugachukwu. Zian Fleming is the hold-up man, but the main threat comes from out left, from the boots of Jadon Anthony. And if they need it late on, James Ward-Prowse could provide set-piece ammunition later in the game. He has scored a free kick on this ground. And the Chelsea boss is without Estevao today, absent as a hamstring precaution. Robert Sanchez continues in goal, 9 clean sheets so far this season. Mark Cucurella is out injured, so Malo Gusto shifts to left back. Reece James returns to captain the side from the right. There is a 50th home Premier League appearance for Chelsea for Moises Caicedo at the base of midfield. Pedro Neto scored a hat-trick in the Cup against Hull last week. He keeps his shirt, and he'll support João Pedro in attack, who's been full of goals in his first season at the Bridge. And fans here will be delighted to see Romeo Lavia take his place amongst the substitutes. He's been out injured since November. Fit again after a spell on the sidelines, has had so many of them in his career, and this season has been a lot better. And everybody in Chelsea Blue will be delighted to see their captain back leading the team out. Plenty of experience among the two captains. Former England teammates, Kyle Walker and Reece James, maybe once again, you just don't know. It could be a big afternoon as well for a couple of clarets with ties to this old ground. Bashir Humphries, 8 years with Chelsea. Leslie Ugachukwu was also at the Bridge for a couple of years. Both had their loan spells away and then made the permanent move north last summer. Here they come. It's Chelsea against Burnley in the Premier League. One chasing the top 4, the other clinging to the division. And both come in off the back of wild swings last time out in the Premier League. Chelsea led Leeds comfortably and drew. Burnley were 2 adrift at Palace and won. Not many saw either coming, and we are in for a treat if we get anything like that this afternoon. Relegation fears, expectancy even remain at Burnley, but they are breathing, and now they must keep on fighting. As for Chelsea, well, bigger name tests are lying in wait for the Blues. Arsenal, Aston Villa and Newcastle are coming down the track. Today, all 3 points will feel like an absolute must for Liam Rosenior.
Style of play.
Caicedo sent to the ground by Fleming. Play on, said the referee. First thing I've noticed about the lineups is that Burnley are actually starting in a flat 4. So Kyle Walker and Bashir Humphries are playing as ordinary fullbacks rather than the wing-backs that we expected. And Josh Laurent has switched with Kyle Walker from the graphic that we expected from the start. That might be fluid as we go through this game.
I think that's what it was against Palace. I'm watching the game where definitely that happened. Josh Laurent, he dropped into areas where at times he was on the toes of Kyle Walker, but at times he was sat in a back 3, wasn't he, where Kyle Walker would venture forward. So I do feel that that will be an interchange on that right-hand side. I do think it will be all about a bit of protection as well. The possibility of João Pedro drifting out on that left-hand side, and we know what Enzo Fernandez has been all about this season amongst the goals.
Amongst the goals, box crashing like Frank Lampard, and he was asked about Lampard this week. He said, "You can't compare me to Frank Lampard. He's an icon of Chelsea." Here they come with Pedro Neto, tricky from the left and cutting the ball back, looking for Palmer. Important boot from Joe Worrell. Sending it up to halfway, and Caicedo caught slightly flat-footed. But the clean-up operation is done by Wesley Fofana himself, just returning from
Another good player for Chelsea. Amongst
what a wonderful through ball. Neto's got it round the back. Cuts the ball square to João Pedro, and ball and goalkeeper across the line. And Chelsea have the lead after just a couple of minutes. about his goal-scoring prowess. He has taken to his Chelsea move like a duck to water. But 6 yards out, João Pedro was never going to miss. It's an 11th of the season for him, and a perfect start for Liam Rosenior's Chelsea.
Oh, it's an absolute immense start, isn't it, for Chelsea? I'll tell you what, the build-up and approach play is brilliant. It really is. You can see here the pass, Caicedo that plays it through to Neto, and then it's all about, can you get in the box? I mean, is there an arm that might possibly be checking this for a possible handball? But from back to front, it's quite brilliant from Chelsea. Fluid. Here's a handball. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure there is. I think the ball that's played in from Neto is... Well, I'd definitely say there isn't, and I think this goal will stand for sure.
Early tester for Michael Salisbury, the VAR, who is reviewing the footage as we speak. Ball bobbles up. Chelsea lead through the Brazilian João Pedro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes it takes off the shine of how good actually that goal was. And I mean that from a midfield point of view into a wide area where you know that Pedro Neto's going to put good service, good delivery in. And then it's all about the inform João Pedro. It did look like he bounced up like a double knee, in fact. But he made sure that he was taking that ball and put the blocker over there to give Chelsea the perfect start.
Number 7, Pedro Neto.
Ball and the player sliding through the goalkeeper.
Your number 20, João Pedro.
Chelsea have the early lead.
And finally, your captain, number 24,
Which is not going to be easy in this part of West London. Saw an incredible graphic statistic earlier this week as part of the Research League. Burnley have been 19th in the league since match week 12. Better than Wolves, worse than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's crazy. Like I said about the step-up championships and Premier League, it's evident, isn't it, these days? Because I think teams that come out of the championship, and no disrespect to any team at all,